Hi friends, welcome to our channel Selenium Tech Automation. So today I am going to cover the topics called how to capture a tooltip or how to capture a text from tooltip, and the second one is how to create a Firefox profile in our Selenium, and also what are all the advantages of using Firefox profile inside our Selenium scripts, and the third one is how to handle SSL certificates from automation perspective. Before going to start this tutorial, if you are new to our channel and our videos, please do like our videos and subscribe to our channel so that it will helps me a lot to do more videos on both from automation side and manual testing part as well. So let's get started with our video. So as I told, how to capture a tooltip and what is a capture tooltip, what is a tooltip exactly, how we can capture a text from tooltip. Okay, so for this I'm going to show you with some example. So I'm going to take one example from the URL called https accounts.com.google.com sign up. Okay, let me open it one more time. https, you can see here, sign up. Okay, https accounts.google.com sign up. So if I hit enter, so here you can see, if I hit enter, you will navigate to this site. So here you can see where you can create your account newly from Google account. Okay, on Google account, how you can create newly an account. So here for that, what we need, you have to enter first name and the last name as well, and also you can enter the username also. Like if I want Selenium Tech Automation at the rate gmail.com, so I can enter Selenium Tech Automation at the rate gmail.com here. Okay, so once that is done, you can see here you can have password field as well as confirm field also. Once if you enter here the password, and the same password you have to enter here to confirm the same password here in this text field. So once it is done, you have to click on the next field. So for tooltip perspective, I am not going to enter any text here on these text fields, so I am directly clicking on this next button. So once if you clicking on this next button, you can see here you are getting some red color characters here, red color strings here, saying that enter first and last names, and the second one is choose a Gmail address, and the third one is enter a password. These are all called as tooltips. Okay, these are all called as tooltips. So how we can capture this text with the help of Selenium? Okay, I am going to show you how we can capture this text. Okay, this is how a tooltip looks like. These are all called as tooltips. So now how we can capture the text present for a tooltip? So for that, let me inspect these web elements, so that I can show you in briefly. So let me open this dev tools. Let me inspect this first web element, that is tooltip. So right click on this one. Okay, so now I am not going to use this XPath. I am just right click on this particular HTML tag, that is span tag, copy and XPath. Okay, copy XPath. So I already copied the same XPath. Okay, now this is our actual XPath. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one class here saying that tooltip. Okay, so the class name called as new class called as capturing tooltip text. Okay, capturing tooltip text. So once it is done, click on finish. So now you got this class capturing tooltip text. So let's get started. At the rate test annotation. Okay, import it from testng annotations. So after that, I'm going to create one method called as public void tooltip capture. Okay, tooltip capture text. Okay, so now once if we create a method here, before going to launch our browser, what we need, we have to initialize one driver. That is, in my case I am using Edge driver. In your case, you can use as per your wish, which browser you want to launch, you can use that particular driver, whatever it may be. So now I am using system dot set property of string key and value. Here is my key is webdriver dot edge dot driver, webdriver dot edge dot driver, and the value here is where is my driver got located, that is my value. My driver got located in the location called D folder, D drive, and my driver dot exe file name called as ms edge driver dot exe. Okay, this is my driver file name. After that we have to initialize WebDriver. WebDriver is also an interface. I covered what is a WebDriver concept in our older tutorials. Please look into that tutorial if you want. WebDriver driver equals to, I am creating one reference for this one, WebDriver new edge driver. Okay, in my case I am using edge driver. So once this is done, you done with the first step. So now what I need to do here, I have to launch that URL. For that I can use driver dot get method. So what this get method will do, it will take that URL and it will launch that particular application. So here https what is that site name called, accounts dot google.com/sign up. Okay, /sign up. Okay, closing that double quotes. Once it is done, so now I want to maximize the current browser. That for that, driver dot manage dot window dot maximize method I can use to maximize our current browser. Once this is done, once it is done, I have to inspect that particular. So when you are getting these tool tips after clicking on this next button only. So for that, first I want to inspect this next button. So you can see here it is following by one tag name that is called as span. Okay, that is called span, span contains method I am using here, contains text comma next. Okay, contains text comma next. If you can see here, it is highlighting this part. Control Alt, Control C. Now I can driver dot find element by dot xpath of, what is our xpath, we copied and pasted here. So once it is done, now you clicked on that one, driver dot, I'm going to perform some action called click action. So once if you clicked on that particular next button, so you will get these tool tips, okay. To get these tool tips, you have to click on this next button. So once if you click on that next button, you will get all these tool tips which are available currently, saying that enter first and last names, choose a Gmail address, and also enter a password. So now I will show with only this one, enter first and last names. Okay, so now what you need to do, I have to initialize one web element that is called interface. Web element is also an interface. Web element is also an interface. I covered that concept also in our older tutorials, so please go through that tutorials if you want. So web element tooltip, I can mention tooltip equals to driver dot find element by dot xpath of, what is that xpath, let me go to that application and let me inspect that one. Okay, I am going to take the first tooltip. So this is our xpath here, and right click on that particular tag, copy that xpath and paste it in somewhere. Okay, this is our actual xpath. Okay, for that particular tooltip. See, these these two are same only. So let me remove these double quotes. Okay, double quotes removed, and let me copy the same xpath and I can use this inside our Eclipse. Okay, so by dot xpath of this one, okay, this is how I stored that xpath into web element called tooltip. So before that, here I am going to use some actions class, so where we can perform keyboard and mouse operations like send keys, we can pass character string of characters, and also we can click on that particular web element, and also we can double click on that particular mouse, and also you can drag and drop that web element and also you can move to the element with the help of this actions class. Actions class is provided by Selenium, so that tutorial also is available in our channel, so please go through that video if you want. So actions, action equal to new actions of, I'm going to take WebDriver reference here as a parameter driver. So now what I need to do here, so now you took this XPath, now you took this XPath for that particular tooltip. Okay, so now what I'm doing here, I'm going to move my cursor to that particular web element that is called tooltip. Okay, to this particular web element that is called tooltip. So now once it is done, action dot move to, move to element is there, that is a target element. What is here, that is tooltip, in our case tooltip dot build. What this build method will do, this one also I covered in our earlier tutorial, please go through that tutorial if you want. So build dot, if I do some perform method here, it will perform the compiled actions on the particular web element. Okay, once it is done, so now what I told here, I'm going to capture the text present for that a tool what we are going to capture. Okay, so now I'm going to use system.out.println statement here, because I want to print the text present inside that particular tooltip, that is first tooltip. Here you can see here enter first and last names. Oh, this text I want to capture and print it in console. Okay, that tooltip text I want to capture, that captured text for is tooltip is sorry tooltip is, what is that one, tooltip. Okay, tooltip. So now it is done. So likewise I can take for the next tooltip also, that is called choose a Gmail address. In the same way you can just click on this one. Okay, now go to that Gmail address, copy the XPath and paste it in somewhere. Then you can use that XPath if you want to capture that text for the second tooltip. Okay, this is our relative XPath. No, it is our relative XPath. So you can copy, okay, and paste it here if you want to find. See, it is highlighting this web element also. So now let me quickly go to our class. So here I'm going to action dot move to element, web element is our target. Okay, so before that I have to initialize that particular web element. Web element, what is our username, right? Web element username, web element username equals to driver dot find element by dot XPath of. Okay, this is our XPath for that second tooltip. Okay, this is our second tooltip. So let me remove these two double quotes. I can insert only one single quote. Okay, now take this XPath and use it inside our class. Okay, now go back to here. I can remove all these. Okay, driver dot find element by dot XPath of, paste it here. Okay, let me maximize this one. So one bracket and the other bracket we have to close. Okay, so now this part also done for the second tooltip. So now copy the same. Okay, username tooltip, right? So here the capture text for username tooltip, I can mention like username tooltip is, what is that web element name, username. So likewise we can do it for password field as well. So now go to our password tooltip and inspect password. So let me copy the same XPath, copy XPath and paste it in somewhere and use that XPath inside our Eclipse. Okay, so now this is our XPath for password field, password tooltip field. Okay, this is how we can use our tooltip to capture a text present for that particular tooltip. Okay, so now it is done. So now what I am going to do here, I am going to initialize one more web element for password tooltip. Okay, web element password, okay, equals to driver dot find element by dot xpath of, okay, let me drag this one. Okay, this is for password tooltip. So now I'm going to print syswo statement, the captured, right, the captured text for password tooltip is, what is that one, password, right? Password is a web element for that particular tooltip. So once it is done, so now what we need to do here, action dot move to element. Okay, so I will write all these lines after our each and every tooltip. Okay, so now here we took already for the first tooltip, that is for first name and last name. Now I am going to take it for our the next one, system dot out dot println. Okay, so now I am going to use it here, action dot move to element of username. Okay, username dot build dot perform method. Okay, perform. So now so once it is done, it will print you the username tooltip, the same for password tooltip also. So now we can do the same here also, password tooltip. Okay, the capture text for, okay. So now I am going to use some thread dot sleep to show how it is working. Okay, so here, so once it launched our this one, so before going to take this text, I am going to use thread dot sleep here, thread dot sleep. Okay, how many seconds, 5 seconds I can use here. Add some throws declaration. Okay, add some throws declaration. Okay, yeah, so now, so once that is done, okay, before this line, right, this is how we can capture a text from the tooltip. It is very easy, and in interviews also interviewer will ask this question, how you can handle tooltips, what are all the actions we can perform on the tooltips. Okay, so now let me execute this code, how it will execute, we'll see. So to execute this one, let me open testng.xml file. So now quickly change here the class name to capturing tooltip text. Okay, capturing tooltip text. Once that is done, update your project, because I have some problem with my Maven project, so that's why it is mandatory to do update for each and every run. So I updated here, so now it is updating, you can see updating Maven project, it is done. So let's right click on your project, run as Maven test, we'll see. Okay, no problem, due to some compilation issues it is giving this error, so we can figure out that issue and we can resolve. Okay, so now go to preferences and check for the JDK version. Okay, so JDK only, here apply and close. Okay, so now right click, run as Maven test. Okay, you can see it is done now. We'll see, it is giving some errors, no problem. Okay, no problem, name error, div id span. Okay, the invalid selector for XPath expression container. Okay, Okay, no problem, no issues. Okay, so we are not writing that get text here, so that's why you are getting. Okay, so you have to write that get text here. Okay, so here I mentioned, right, tooltip dot get text. If you mention, it will return you the exact text present for the tooltip. So once it is done, so once if you get tooltip dot get text, it will print you that one. Okay, so now so there is some error with the second XPath where we are taking for username and password field. So let me correct that one also. Web element tooltip action dot move to element tooltip. The capture text for tooltip is tooltip dot get text. Okay, so now we'll concentrate on the XPath. Okay, XPath for username field. Okay, there is some error. We'll see. Choose a Gmail address. Span only, right? Okay, span contains text, comma. Okay, contains text. It is not working. Contains text, comma, choose Gmail address. Okay, it is not working, and let me try with some other XPath. Okay, span. Okay, I will go with class name. Okay, we'll see. Span at the rate class equals to, we'll see, there is only one web element, and after that you will have choose a Gmail address, right? Okay, it is outside of that span. Okay, so let me, okay, contains text, comma. Okay, now it is highlighting this one. We'll see, we'll try with this XPath. So let me quickly go to our Eclipse, and this is where we took XPath for username, right? So let me remove this one and use this XPath. Okay, so now let me execute it and we'll see. Run as Maven test. If it is working, no issues. If it is not working, we will take that get text method. But the overall intention here is how we can capture a text present inside or present for a tooltip. Okay, so here you can see the capture text for tooltip is enter first name and surname. Okay, so in the same way we can have. Okay, so now it is working fine. So let me get the text with the help of get text method. So the same way, so how we return for first name and last name, in the same way we can return it for here also. Username dot get text. Okay, username dot get text, and the same for password dot get text. Okay, so this is how we can retrieve, we can capture a text present for a tooltip. Okay, run as Maven test. Give me 1 second. Okay, it is executed now. We'll see the results. So now you can see here the capture text for tooltip is enter first name and surname, that is for first tooltip. Okay, and the second one is for choose a Gmail address, that is for username tooltip. Okay, the third one is for the password field tooltip. Okay, so that is enter a password. Okay, this is how we can capture a tooltip text, and this is how a tooltip looks like in real time. So our so let's so let me maximize this one. So here what I did here, so before that, what is a tooltip? A tooltip will looks like if you enter some test data which is not the correct one on a Gmail application, it will give you some error in the form of tooltip. Okay, so or else if you are not entering any test data but you are clicking on this next button here, so you will get the tooltips here also. Okay, choose a Gmail address. If I see, if I so mention anything like this, if I click here directly, so then also you will get some other tooltip saying that, see, sorry, username must be between 6 and 30 characters long. Okay, so if I enter anything mistakenly here, you are getting some extra tooltip that is different from previous two. Okay, so this is how we will get tooltips, and real time also you can see lots of times these kind of tooltips. We can capture the text for tooltips in this way. So let me quickly move to our next concept called Selenium Firefox profiles. Okay, Selenium Firefox profiles. So before that, let me quickly uh, brief about what is a profile inside Selenium. Okay, what is a profiles, why we are using those profiles inside our browsers. Okay, so before that, please do like and subscribe to our channel Selenium Tech Automations, which will helps me a lot. So here what I mentioned here, how to create a Firefox profile in Selenium and what are all its advantages. So here, so what is a Firefox profile means, to automate the Firefox profile makes a lot of sense. As such, they can handle SSL certificate settings also. Okay, with the help of our profiles in our particular browsers, either it is Firefox browser or it is Edge browser or it is any other Chrome browser or it is IE browser, we need to have a profile, so where we can handle the SSL certificate settings also, and also we can customize our scripts based upon your profiles, where you are going to execute your scripts on your particular browser along with your desired profile. And also Firefox profile should be, it should be easy to load, and it is having some user specific proxy settings to run a good text. Okay, it is easy to load and it is having some user specific proxy settings to run a good tests, means we can execute our test cases with mentioned specific proxy settings, and also it will be very easy to load along all your settings. And the final one is to access, I mean, suppose if I create one profile for Firefox in by using of Selenium, to access the newly created profile in our Selenium WebDriver, so we need to use WebDrivers in inbuilt class that is called profiles ini. Okay, what is the class called? Profiles ini, and with the help of the method called get profile. Okay, so first of all, what is, why we need Firefox profile in Selenium and what are all its advantages? Okay, so why we need Firefox profile in Selenium? We need to automate Firefox profile, makes a lot of sense, means we can able to handle if you have some certification issues or you can have some SSL certificate issues, we can easily handle with the help of concept called Firefox profile in Selenium. And the second one is we can easily customize our Firefox profile based upon our requirements to automate the scripts or scenarios. Okay, we can easily automate our customized automated test cases as per the requirements. Okay, we can easily customize the suite means where we can have more number of test cases. We can easily customize the suite to automate as per our requirement. And the third one is Firefox profile, which is easy to load and it have some specific configurations, means specific proxy settings to run our test cases in a good way. And finally the last one is, suppose if we created one profile, how we can access to access a newly created Firefox profile in Selenium WebDriver. So we need to use a class called, that class name is profile.ini, with the help of the method called getProfile. Okay, these are the advantages and what is the Selenium profile, I mean what is the concept of Firefox profile, why we need to use inside our Selenium, and what are all the advantages. It is the summary about Firefox profile in Selenium. Okay, it is all about Firefox profile in Selenium. So let me quickly write some note here. What is Firefox profile, right? Firefox profile in Selenium. What I mentioned just now, I am writing and I am showing to you what is Firefox profile in Selenium. Firefox profile in Selenium. So here automating Firefox profile in Selenium, Firefox profile in Selenium, which makes a, as I told, which makes a lot of sense, as we can handle SSL certificates, we can handle SSL certificate, certificates, settings, as well as we can avoid certificate issues also. Okay, with the help of this Selenium Firefox profiles, we can achieve this line number 1. And the second one is Firefox profile, we can customize based upon our automation requirements, okay, based upon our automation requirements. And the third point is Firefox profile is easy to load, and which is having some specific proxy settings to run our tests in a good way or manner. Okay, good way or manner. We have some proxy settings where we need to set up for our Firefox profile to run our scripts easily in a good way or good manner. So and the last one is, so suppose if I create a profile in Selenium Firefox, if I create a Firefox profile, right? If I create a Firefox profile in Selenium, we need to use WebDriver. We need to use WebDriver's inbuilt class. What is that class name? As I told, profiles.ini. Okay, what is that class name called? Profiles.ini. What is that class name called? Profiles.ini. And the method name called as get profile. Okay, the method name called as get profile and the class name called as profiles.ini. By using of these two class and methods, we can easily access the profile. Okay, we can easily access our Firefox profile. So let's get started with our example now. So let me open our Eclipse. Okay, let me open our Eclipse. So here, so for this I am going to use some Firefox profile, right? So I can create one separate class. Okay, new class name called Firefox profile, class name called Firefox profile. Okay, class name called Firefox profile, Firefox profile. So in the same way, at the rate test annotations public void Firefox profiles, Firefox profiles, and here, so as I told, we have a class called. So before that, let me quickly show you how to create a class, I mean how we can create a Firefox profile here. Okay, how we can create a Firefox profile, I will show you. So first open this run command. So click on here, you can see if you type Firefox -p, type the name of a program, Windows will open it for you. So before that, if I want to create a profile or if I want to modify any profile name, sorry, I have to give this command here, that is Firefox -p. Okay, click on OK, click on OK. See here, I have already created one Selenium Tech Automation. Okay, Selenium Tech Automation, and the second one is default, and the first one is default release. If you want to create your profile based upon your requirements, automation requirements, as I told, to handle SSL certificates and also some certificates, how you can handle, with the help of these profiles you can easily automate the as per your requirements. Okay, next, click on next. Here you need to provide one name for your profile. Okay, enter a profile name. So I am entering here Selenium. Okay, Selenium. I am not using my existing profile called Selenium Tech Automation. I am using some different one, Selenium. Click on OK. Okay, no, exit. Okay, so now it got created Selenium. Our profile name is Selenium. So now we created one profile that is called Selenium. So now let's get started with one profile name is called, what is that class name? Profile Scene. You can see here what it is. Profile Scene, profile equals to new profiles, new profiles, right? New profile Scene. Okay, so profile Scene equals to new profile Scene. Due to some, it is deprecating. Okay, due to some version related. So now Firefox profile, Firefox profile equals to my profile name is, my profile equals to profile. How we can get that? We have already one get profiles of, get profile of, what is our profile name here? Selenium. Okay, Selenium is our profile what I created previously just now. Okay, Selenium. So now I am going to do WebDriver space driver equals to new Firefox driver, right? New Firefox driver. New Firefox driver of, what is our profile here? Firefox profile, right? New Firefox driver of, 1 second, no, new Firefox driver of my profile, right? New Firefox driver. Okay, if you can go little bit down, you can see here Firefox profile. Okay, Firefox profile, not Firefox profile. WebDriver driver equals to new Firefox driver. We'll see new Firefox driver. Inside this one I can mention my profile name, right? I can mention my profile name, that is my profile. Okay, okay, so now we'll see what error you are getting. Remove argument to match constructed Firefox driver string is undefined. Okay, Firefox profile. Okay, so let me open site Firefox profile. Even I also confused here. Okay, so let me quickly go to this one. So once if we click on OK, Firefox profile, my profile equals to profile dot driver equals to new Firefox driver of my profile, right? My profile. So due to some version related, it is giving me this kind of error. Firefox driver of Gecko driver service. Mm-hmm. New Firefox driver, my profile. Mm, driver equals to new Firefox driver, right? So okay, so let me remove this line. We'll see. Okay, so I'm not using these lines. Okay, WebDriver equals to new Firefox driver. What is that name? My profile. Okay, import. Okay, if you import also, you are getting this error. Okay, get profile Firefox driver off. So once that is done, let it be. Okay, I will show you the code how we can access this profile. So now I am using driver.get. Okay, driver.get string URL. What is that one? https www.google.com. Okay, www.google.com. Once that is done, so I'm going to find some element called bio.find element, by dot name, what is that, queue. Okay, dot send keys of Selenium tech automation. There is some deprecation issue here, so that's why we are not able to use this one. Okay, now new. Okay, driver equals to new Gecko driver. Is it okay? Gecko driver. No, new Gecko driver. Okay, new Gecko driver service. What is telling? Okay, it is also not the correct one. New Firefox driver only, but we are facing some issue here, technical issue. So it's okay, let it be, no problem. So why we are, why we need to use Gecko driver, WebDriver for Firefox driver? What is the difference? Because of the versions of Selenium, like 2.53 and below versions are not supporting Firefox driver class. Instead of this one, we have to use Gecko driver. Okay, we have to use Gecko driver. We have to use Gecko driver. So this is how we can configure this Firefox profile here. So sorry guys, why I am not getting this error, even I also don't know, but I will try to resolve this issue once this tutorial got completed. So let's move to our next tutorial called, as I told, how we can handle SSL certificates. I am going to show you. Okay, handle SSL certificate, untrusted certificates. Here, see, I will show you one example here. Okay, I will show you one example here. HTTPS www.csert.org, csrw.org. Here you can see it is asking for some certificates here, because it is telling at your connection isn't provide, attackers might be trying to steal your information from this. Okay, for example, passwords or messages or credit card, means this certificate authority is invalid. So to avoid this kind of certificate issues, we can use some concept called handle SSL untrusted certificates. So here we can handle this type of situations by using of Selenium. Okay, to handle this kind of situations in our Selenium, we can use the below concepts called what is here. SSL means secure socket layer. Okay, SSL means secure socket layer. We can call it as handle SSL untrusted certificates. Okay, we can call it as handle SSL untrusted certificate errors. Okay, or HTTPS application, as well as secure application or security certificate or untrusted certificates. These will give the same functionality. Okay, we can handle this type of situations by using of our Selenium. Here SSL means security socket layer. We can call it as handle SSL untrusted certificates or HTTPS application name, or as well as secure application or security certificate or untrusted certificates. We can call all these scenarios in a same name called as handle SSL untrusted certificates. Okay, so here, why here you are getting this information, I mean this untrusted certificate error here means SSL is used to keep sensitive information which is not access the internet encrypted. Okay, which is sent across the internet encrypted. SSL is used to keep sensitive information which is sent across the internet encrypted. Okay, we have to use this secure socket layer certificate means because you are sending some information via server. Okay, so during that time there will be some try, that is called attacking by hackers. Okay, to avoid that situation we need to handle with the help of SSL untrusted certificates concept in Selenium. Okay, if the information is not encrypted with the SSL certificate, that information will seen by anybody. Okay, if that information is not encrypted by SSL certificates, that information can see by everyone. Okay, that information can see by everyone, like that information will be like credit card or usernames or password. Okay, when SSL certificate is used, the information is sent to the right server, not to a criminal server. If you are using SSL certificate means you are sending information to the correct server only. Okay, rather than criminal server. If you are not using SSL certificates, there will be chance to see by other people what you are doing on that particular server. So that's the reason why we need to have this SSL certification handled. Okay, that is the reason why we need to have this handling the SSL certificate issues. Okay, if you are using this SSL certificate in your server, which means that you are not sending in your information to any other criminal servers, you are sending that information to the correct server with the help of SSL untrusted certificates handling. Okay, How we can handle this kind of untrusted certificates? We can handle this kind of untrusted certificates with the help of two concepts called Firefox profile, and the second one is set accepted untrusted certificate. Okay, set accept untrusted certificate which will accept both boolean values like true or false, and the first one is Firefox profile and the second one is set that accept untrusted certificate to either true or false. Okay, before that, if you want to implement inside your Eclipse, so let me show you how we can handle these untrusted certificate issues. So here I am not going to cover this one now. So here you already have Firefox profiles in it. So let me quickly remove these lines. So Firefox profiles in profile equals to profiles in. So after that you have Firefox profiles, right? Firefox profile my profile equals to new Firefox profile, so now my profile dot set accept untrusted certificates, which will be true. By defaultly it will be true. If you are mentioning true here means there won't be any chance to the other people to access your information. Okay, that's the reason we are passing here as the boolean value as true. By default it is true. If you are mentioning false, it may allow other people to see your information on a particular server, either it is related to your usernames or passwords or any other transactions like credit cards or debit cards. Okay, so that is why we are using here set accepted untrusted certificates. So what does it mean? Okay, see what it is telling. Sets whether Firefox should accept sessions which have expired, signed, unknown. This is set to true by default. Okay, whether untrusted should be accepted. Okay, so once it is done, let me webdriver equals to new Firefox driver, new Firefox driver, new Firefox driver. Okay, now I'm going to driver dot get, what is that website name I shown to you, https www.cscert.org. okay, so let me quickly run this program. We'll see whether it is working or not, because of there is some deprecated methods we are using. Before that I have to mention, right, this one. So let me quickly update my project, Maven update project, force update, click on OK. It is updating now. Right click, run as. Okay, run as Maven test. So now you will get some error saying that you are not mentioning the path for your browser. Okay, so now here, okay, we'll try it one more time. So let's go to our window, preferences, apply and close, and run as Maven test, because I am not mentioning that path of that WebDriver. Okay, see now you will get one error called you have to mention. See, the driver executable must be set by the webdriver.gecko driver. Okay, so that's the reason why we have to mention here system dot set property of webdriver.gecko.driver, webdriver.gecko.driver webdriver.getGo.driver. What is the path here? D gecko driver.exe. Okay, so let me go to that gecko driver path. So new volume. So here is our webdriver.gecko driver. See here we have gecko driver.exe file. Okay, gecko driver.exe file. This is also done. webdriver.gecko.driver. Okay, so now update it one more time and we'll see. Run as Maven. No, sorry. Update it one more time. Update project. Force update. Click on OK. Okay, run as Maven test. We'll see. Okay, now it started launching. This time you don't get that certificate issue because we are handling with the help of set accept untrusted certificates to boolean value that is true. So now it will open that URL https://www.csert.org. Keep on running, keep on launching. Okay, no problem. Okay, it entered. See, now you are not getting that untrusted certificate issue here. So if I opened it from here, I got this issue. Okay, if I handle with the help of set accept untrusted certificate, I am not getting that certificate issue now. Now I will show you what is that site called cacert.org. Okay, see, now you are getting this certificate issue, right? So I am not getting this certificate issue. I am handling that SSL untrusted certificate. How we can handle? I handle with the help of set accept untrusted certificates to true. You can see here whether untrusted SSL certificate should be accepted or not. By defaultly it will be true. This is set to true by default. Okay, this is how we can handle the untrusted certificates. So where the other people not able to track your information what you are sending from your side to server. If you are not handling this one, it will definitely it will allow other people to. If I click on advanced, if I click on continue to www.cs.org, so now what I am doing here, it will be easily trackable by other people. If I use untrusted certificate handlings here, it is not possible for them to track what I am doing and what are all the transactions on my current browser. It is not possible for them to hack. Okay, so this is how we can handle untrusted SSL certificates. Okay, this is how we can handle untrusted SSL certificates. So here what is SSL means? Secure socket layer. We can handle this type of situations by using of Selenium. So how we can call this SSL as? We can call it as handle SSL untrusted certificates, or HTTPS, that application, that is csr.org, as well as a secure application or a certificate, security certificate or untrusted certificates. It gives the same functionality, which means all the terminology is called as the same, that is called handle SSL untrusted certificates. And SSL is used to keep sensitive information which is sent across the internet with some encrypted messages. So the information what you are sending, how it will send? It will send in some sensitive information via server with the help of SSL. If the information what we are passing which is not encrypted with SSL certificate, it will be, there will be more chances to see by other people what you are doing all over the server. And if you use SSL certificates, only you can only be able to see what you are doing, so that other people, it won't allow us to track your tasks or what you are doing some other transactions called credit cards or usernames or passwords. How we can handle this kind of situations means, we can handle this kind of situations with the help of two concepts called, one is Firefox profile and the other one is set accept untrusted certificates to true. By defaultly it will accept you true. If you don't want means, you can make it false. Okay, so and to access this Firefox profile, you can already, I already shown you how we can access that Firefox profile. First we need to use this Firefox profile class and the object and create an object for this one, and after this you have to set some accepted untrusted certificates to true, so that it won't allow other people to see what you are doing. Okay, and the last, I am launching this site called as csat.org, so that it won't ask you for any certificate issue here. Okay, you can see here it won't allow you, I mean it won't show you any certificate issue like this. Okay, your internet connection is not private or something, so that's why. So we have to use SSL untrusted certificates concept inside our Cilium. So that's all it for today. So please do like and subscribe to our channel Selenium Tech Automation, so that you will never miss out any notifications from our channel from both automation testing and manual testing. So in my next video I will try to resolve the issue what we faced earlier, like how we can create one profile with the help of Selenium. I will cover that topic in my next video, so please stay tuned for more videos which will helps me a lot to do more videos. Those videos is going to definitely help you at the time of interview, when you are in real time, when you want to become real time employee. So please do follow our channel, which will helps me a lot to do more videos. So that's all it for today. Hope you people enjoyed, and hope you people try to understand the concepts in a clear way by following my videos. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Bye guys.